Okay, so you can hear me now? Check, check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is CCG the draft? All right. So I think I'm going to call this meeting to order, and welcome everyone. Thank you, Cassie, for starting the recording. Welcome to everyone who is here today. I think this meeting will be recorded for the city's policy on capturing and recording meetings of decision-making bodies. I have called the meeting to order, and the time is 7:02 p.m.
So the roll call, Commissioner Magana, Commissioner Reyes, Commissioner Wendy, Commissioner Rooney, Commissioner Jolly, Commissioner Ramos,
Here.
Commissioner Allen, Commissioner Banks,
Here.
Commissioner Westphal, Commissioner Gardner, Commissioner Mendoza, Commissioner Seller, Commissioner Brown, and Commissioner Baker.
Here.
We do not have quorum.
Thank you. As we do not have quorum, the action items on the consent calendar will be deferred to the next meeting. Item number 3 is public record. Do we have any public record?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. Item number 4 is open forum. Are there any members of the public that wish to comment on an item not on the agenda today? Those wishing to speak must be in person. Okay. Great. Moving right along. All right. Slide 6 is discussion. Slide 7. Okay, good. Informational item. Perfect. Okay, I'm doing great for my first time, right, everyone? I'm glad that there's not a lot of people here. There is a new, I think you're new, and so, sorry. Okay, the commission will receive a presentation on the status of the library department's public services operation. Before this. Oh, yes.
We're happy to introduce our division managers. We have James Hernandez, Michelle Amore, and Grabowski. A little bit more on an update on that later, but video copy.
Do I call for public comment first, or do we do that after? Okay, great, thank you.
Is it on?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. So Jenny already introduced us. Good evening and welcome to our update on public services at San Jose Public Library. I'm Jean Harrigus, as Jenny mentioned. North Branches and Collections. And joining me tonight are Ann Grabowski. Are we saving that? Okay, and then we've also got Vidya Kalami, who's our division manager for education and learning pathways, and then Michelle Morris, who's the division manager for King Library and South Branches. So this will be our annual update on public services. You probably already know that we sustained a budget reduction for this current fiscal year. And later in the presentation, we will talk about the program changes resulting from those cuts. To begin with, though, we will first provide a summary of fiscal year 2023 to 2024, which ended June 30th. So in fiscal year 23-24, our service hours remain the same. You may remember that the previous year was when we added Sunday hours to 16 of our branches, and we continue with that schedule. You'll see some information here. System-wide, we have seen steady increases in library visits, circulation, and membership, and we'll provide more detail on each of these in the next slides. I wanted to highlight here that library visits are up by 20%. This can be attributed to people continuing to re-engage with services after the pandemic closures. Next, circulation. Circulation refers to checking out library materials, whether physical or electronic. And overall, SJPL saw a slight increase in circulation. We did see a big jump in checkouts of electronic materials, which includes both ebooks and e-audiobooks. Additionally, an interesting point is that our Hillview Library saw a 15% increase in checkouts. This could be attributed to increased outreach and engagement with local schools for class visits and encouraging student library card usage. The Hillview branch was closed for 1 month in the prior year, which is just 8% of the year. So 15% is still significant. Sundays continue to see a heavy usage with more items checked out on Sundays than any other day. So membership here is refers to library card holders. And we also saw an increase here. This was due to people returning to the library post-pandemic, new student library card partnerships, and also limited edition library cards that were released to commemorate the King Library's anniversary and also a celebrity author visit. So here's more on library visits. SJPL saw just over 3.5 million library visits system-wide over the course of fiscal year 23-24. Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. is the most popular time to visit, so avoid that hour. You don't want to be stuck in a crowd. Well, depending on the branch, right? And let's see, next, okay, thanks. Then here's more detail on each branch's visits. So you'll see most branches did see an increase in library visits over this past fiscal year, with Berryessa experiencing the most visits over the course of the year. And then you'll see that Educational Park and Almaden are just about tied for second place. But almost all branches did see an increase. Now, I'll turn it over to Michelle. Who'll talk to us more about circulation.
All right, hello. This is on. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about circulation here. We have been watching the trend of our collections for many years. In the past few years, we have seen an uptick in e-resources, so it's no surprise that our e-materials continues to trend upward. By popular demand, we continue to offer e-library cards, which have allowed many of our customers access to e-resources. Looking at this chart, our overall circulation in FY 23-24 increased by 3%, and that's 7,691,000. And focusing on the branches and physical materials, we will see that our highest circulating branch is Cambrian, with over 500,000 in circulation, followed by Berryessa, Almaden, and Santa Teresa. Please note that the decrease in physical circulation is due to customers transitioning to e-materials, and that is why we see a 28% increase in resources, as Jean mentioned earlier. Next slide. This past year, our total computer sessions are at 270,397. And the busiest branches includes Alum Rock, Berryessa, Edenvale, Educational Park, Evergreen, Joyce Ellington, here at King, Tully, Vineland, and West Valley. We also noticed that the busiest months are October, April, and March. And that's probably due to students out on break in the summer and also in the spring. So they do use our service quite a bit. Okay, moving on to this year, FY 24-25, we will talk a little bit about changes that are happening this year, including customer accounts, adult literacy programs, maker spaceship, hotspots, computer, and Wi-Fi upgrades, which you'll see a little bit more of it. As you recall, we've been talking about Fines Free. We implemented Fines Free for Youth in 2018. And for the past 2 years, the council also approved waiving $5,000 of fines for seniors 55 and over. This year, we are pleased to announce that our city council approved the elimination of late fees for all for a 1-year basis. This includes all ebooks, magazines, media, Chromebooks, laptops, iPads, hotspots, as well as ILL and Link Plus items. Staff and customers do not have to do anything. Our circulation system is now programmed to stop fines for all incoming overdue fines. Any items with overdue fines before July 1st are still in the system, and customers will need to take care of those fines. However, we do offer several alternative programs such as volunteer away your fines, read away your fines, book replacement program to pay those accrued late fees. And this next slide, I just want to show a quick overview of what we are doing in terms of campaign. We have banner, no more fine that branches will be receiving if they haven't received them yet. And also we have posters and flyers to inform our customers about late fines. We don't have the timeline yet as far as when that's going to be posted at all the locations. And now I turn it over to Vidya.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Vidya Kilambi. And so just wanted to mention that we are implementing a couple of changes to our programs in alignment with the city's budget direction for this fiscal year. As a result of the reduction of program staff, the Partners in Reading office.
Pardon me, is there a way you can kick the volume up on that mic?
Yeah, hold it closer.
Thank you. So as a result of the reduction of program staff positions, the Partners in Reading office at King closed on July 5th. However, to retain and enhance system-wide support of adult literacy programs and ESL programs system-wide, we made a couple, and in alignment with the Children and Youth Services Master Plan, we made a couple of staffing changes, and on a pilot basis, we are trying out a couple of new things. The former Partners in Reading supervisor, who was at King, has now moved to the Hillview Branch Library and will provide supervision and direction to the branch, as well as implement the Children and Youth Services Master Plan in the Hopeway and Mayfair neighborhoods. And there is a new interim community programs administrator located at the Seven Trees Library, who will likewise be the lead for the Children and Youth Services Master Plan activities at the Santee and Seven Trees area. In addition, three literacy program specialist positions that were located at the PAR office here at King have been reallocated and reassigned to Seven Trees and Hillview to support collaboration with Family Learning Center coordinators system-wide to provide adult literacy and ESL programs. We have been fortunate to operate the Maker Spaceship for the past 8 years. Since 2016, the Maker Spaceship team has conducted more than 1,300 programs and reached more than 110,000 participants. However, as it ages, the Maker Spaceship vehicle has experienced more and more downtime for repairs and would likely need to be replaced in the near future. So in the face of budget reductions, the Maker Spaceship as an outreach program has been eliminated at this time, with the understanding and awareness that eventually it might be reinstated if funding becomes available. Next.
Thanks, Vidya. Hi, everyone. I'm Anne. most of my work here at SJPL has been formerly as the chief of staff and then overseeing all of our digital empowerment work. So we were all sad to see at the in the last budget action that all of the library's hotspots and connected devices that were previously lent to our members for free with no fines or fees attached were no longer funded. These devices were funded one time through federal funding through the pandemic and then continued with some city funding, but that funding had been exhausted. So on August 1st, we turned off all 7,200 devices. We're proud to say that no member of the public had their service interrupted. We were able to stagger the return timeline for all of those items to come back to the library before the service was turned off. But as of August 1st, all of those devices have been turned off and are no longer available to the community. About 1,200 of those devices were connected Chromebooks. Those Chromebooks are still in circulation. There's Wi-Fi Chromebooks like you might have yourself and no longer have a data plan. But in the face of that, we are still very invested in technology, and we've been able to successfully be awarded several grants and also have prioritized our own budget to expand and enhance Wi-Fi access at our branches. So currently underway right now, we're finishing Wi-Fi enhancements at all of our branches that will increase reliability. And then immediately following that installation, starting next month, we'll be doing network infrastructure upgrades that will increase the speeds to all of our branches. So we'll be excited to announce to the public probably in the spring that they'll get faster, better Wi-Fi connectivity. And of course, as noted previously in the presentation, we are still producing many reservations for public computers and supporting those. We've also completely refreshed and are in the process of finishing a refresh for all public devices that are available at SJPL. Next slide. I've already gone over the computer upgrades. One other exciting item, and I think Commissioner Banks, you and I were discussing this about your interest in bringing your work into the library and working from the library. And we know that that is an option for many people. We wanted to enhance that option. And so through this budget implementation, we were also able to deploy mobile teleconferencing units. So every branch will now have like a 55-inch TV on a mobile stand with a mini computer, a microphone, a camera that residents can go to the information circulation desk and ask for it. And that can be wheeled into any private reservable space so that they can take a meeting, work with a group, do whatever they need to do. And we're excited about that. Also, through this budget implementation, we were able to deploy new 3D printers and Cricut machines to every single branch, as well as the iPads that they need to operate those machines. And then we've already talked about the Wi-Fi upgrade, so we can move on. So lots of really good things happening at SJPL. This will conclude our presentation, but we're happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Do we have any questions from any of our commissioners present? No?
Questions, but great presentation, love to see all of the new changes. Disappointed about the digital literacy, devices and hotspots, but definitely proud to see all of the changes happening.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. Public comment.
We do not have public comment.
Okay, yeah. Next, we have our council liaisons and office announcement.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me back for the start of the new fiscal year. For the meeting of the Library Commission. It's good to be back. It's great to see movement in downtown again. As I was here for most of July. So it felt a little slow. So it's good to have, the students back. It's good to be back and a lot of people in departments back. It's, as I said, it's been a slow July for the most part. Councilmember Torres had a few events, every Thursday. We had a night market at Parque de Pobladores. For the most part, I think it ran from late June to early August. We had a few dumpster days in, the North San Jose neighborhood and the Vendome neighborhood. And then we spoke, or the council members spoke at the annual conference for, California School Employees Association, which I think represent librarians and library staff, in school districts. But yeah, and in the future, we're gonna have a few big events. We're gonna have a lowrider day, right here at City Hall on September 1st. Viva Calle is on a Sunday in a few weeks, September 8th. And then we're gonna be doing El Grito or Mexican Independence Day on the 15th. And a little thing about San Jose State University, their Read magazine, I believe, won their third push card, so we're gonna be celebrating them and their newspaper for that. So once again, thank you guys all for welcoming me back, and it's good to be back and representing Councilmember Torres.
Thank you. There's no public comment on this. Okay. Great, we're getting there. So, item number 7 on the agenda, are the chair's announcements. I am not the chair, but I am the vice chair, and Chair Magana has unfortunately left that to me, so sorry to everyone here. Because I am our liaison to the Library Foundation, I will actually give that report now to help consolidate on our agenda. However, I will say, I know we have 2 new members, and so I will ask that they also introduce themselves at some point. Okay, so, so I have in my wonderful little hands, the mid-year report from the San Jose Library Foundation. And so happy to send this around to people. We're gonna pass that out. And, oh no, okay, sorry. And get onto the mailing list too, so you can get it in, or you can donate too. The next thing I would also like to share is that on September 21st, the Library Foundation will have a signature author event. This is their fundraising event here, hello, can you hear me? Okay. Over at the City Hall Rotunda, from 11 to 1 with Martin Yan of Yan Can Cook. Very exciting. And so we have a couple of flyers here for that and some sponsorship packets if you happen to work for a company that would be able to sponsor that. I'm gonna pass this way. I am excited to go, so I hope to see you all there. I think that's gonna be really fun. And if maybe the commission wanted to get a table together, we can maybe talk about that. I don't know if that's a Brown Act problem, but we can maybe talk offline. It's not, okay, fantastic. We can eat and be merry together. And so happy for us to, reach out and maybe we can try and get a table together, but individual tickets start at $100. So there was a board retreat for the Library Foundation in June. It went well, and they began the work for 2025, 2027 strategic plan. The plan will focus on raising $70 million by December 2027, and they're going to tackle 4 things. 1, building the workforce. 2, enabling lifelong learning. 3, promote diverse arts and culture. And 4, drive digital empowerment. And I think that aligns nicely with our mission here at the library. So bravo to our San Jose Library Foundation. For those with young children in their lives, like myself, we would hope you consider buying tickets to the Family Literacy Festival on September 7th and encourage your networks to do so. We can send a link after. That individual's tickets start at $20. So I think that's a wonderful festival and hopefully everyone will be able to join. So that concludes my report for the San Jose Public Library Foundation Board. But I do want to welcome our new commissioners, and apologies that you are here on a night where we're not filled, but don't worry, next month you will be. And I don't know if it's out of order for me to just ask you to introduce yourselves and who appointed you. So I'll start here.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Wes Baker. I am. Check. Might be out of range. All right. Check. Maybe that's no. Yeah, maybe. All right, there we go. As I said, my name is Wes Baker. I am the commissioner for C4 citywide. And I just have to say, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for just the opportunity. I'm a former teacher, former school administrator, currently work for Scholastic in the Solutions Division. I basically advise folks on literacy solutions, equity solutions when it comes to academic achievement. So excited to talk with folks about what we can do to improve. Please come talk to me. I'm not shy, and thank you so much.
Hi, folks. My name is Jerry Roney. I was a member of this commission and at one point chair many years ago, I can't remember how many years ago, was when Homer Fletcher was the city librarian. And when this building didn't exist and we were in what is now the convention center, that site. And anyway, the reason I have come back is because I see an enormous threat from right-wing interests that would threaten the right to read of the people of San Jose. And I'm not going to mention any organizations, but I can think of a few. And I will personally not stand for that. When I was chairman of the commission before, we had an incident where a library employee took it upon himself to determine what books patrons could check out at the main desk. Needless to say, I was most unhappy and did something about that. But anyway, that's why I'm back here. I have been the foreman of the county I don't know, I'm a lawyer by trade. I'm a lawyer. So I've done a lot of stuff in the legal area. And I am a founding member of Create TV San Jose, which is San Jose's public access television organization. And at any rate, I've done a lot of stuff for this community. And I came back to do it again. So thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Well, thank
Pleasure
you.
meeting all of you.
Thank you to you both for your service. We're very excited for the opportunities that come upon us in this next year. And then before I move on, I do want to point us out to our fantastic CEO of the San Jose Public Library to show the yes, oh, sorry, the foundation.
Hey, if Angela can do it, everybody get, here is the beautiful poster.
It's a beautiful poster. We really want people to come. I mean, Yan can cook, it's so exciting. I mean, like, this is like.
Attention, library will close to the public in 30 minutes. Please check out your materials now. After 8 p.m., the library will be available for SCSU Sparks with Curtis or ID cards until midnight. Once again, the library will close in 30 minutes.
Okay, great. So next on our agenda, are our library director's announcements. Is it? Oh, yes.
Hi, everybody. I'm obviously not the city librarian, but I am the deputy director of operations.
Jill sends her regrets for missing tonight's meeting. She's really sorry she couldn't be here. We do have one. So, some of you might know, we did lose our dear Deputy Director of Public Services recently. So Michelle Ordnat has actually left the city. Her last day was Friday, but we're the karaoke is not working. But we're really happy to announce that Ann Grabowski, who is our former Digital Equity Division Manager and Chief of Staff, has been appointed in the acting role for the Deputy Director of Public Services. Until, of course, we do the full recruitment, but welcome. We're happy to have. Stand. I don't want to read it. Stand. So I'm just going to go through our director's announcements. We had another successful summer of annual SJPL programs. Summer learning between June 1st and July 31st, nearly 10,600 residents registered for this year's summer learning program, with more than 3,600 people, 3,700 people completing the overall challenge of logging at least 8 hours or 8 books to read. Readers this year logged more than 112,000 total titles and almost 3 million total minutes read. All participants under the age of 18 received 2 free books this summer, one for signing up and another for reaching the reading goal. Adults actually also received prizes of their own, including SJPL tote bags and fun stress balls. This year, local sports teams even got in on the summer fun, with the SF Giants awarding 500 ticket vouchers to participating youth, and the new Bay FC women's soccer team handing out nearly 50 free tickets to folks enrolled in summer learning across the city. Participants in each age category who completed the program were entered into the grand prize drawing, and we selected 125 winners across the system. For a complete list of awarded prizes, please visit sjpl.org/summer. Secondly, the graphic novel making contest held from June 1st to July 31st ended with 194 entries submitted from 200 participants. This was an increase of 14% compared to last year. Entries were judged by SJPL staff and local artists. The winners will be announced at this year's award ceremony on Saturday, September 7th, from 2 to 4 p.m. at the City Hall Rotunda. The award ceremony will feature local guest speakers Eddie Ahn, an environmental justice attorney and self-taught cartoonist based in San Francisco, Sarah Alfagi, a Jordanian American illustrator and creative director in San Francisco, and Lucy Roberts and Becky McDonald, twin sisters with a passion for animation and storytelling. Children and preteens will have a chance to win an art bundle from Sakura of America. Teens can win up to $100 Target gift card. Ooh, that would be awesome. And adults up to $100 Amazon gift card. For more information about the award ceremony, please visit sjpl.org/graphic novels. Back to school season is also here. At your San Jose Public Library, students, parents, guardians, and educators can access free resources to help everyone reach academic success. From books and tech devices to study rooms and tutoring, the library offers a variety of resources at no cost. Learn more at sjpl.org/student-health. And Career Online High School celebrated its 11th graduation ceremony on August 8th at the City Hall Rotunda, where 16 out of the 24 students who completed the program attended a graduation ceremony. Since this program began in 2016, a total of 191 San Jose adults have obtained their accredited high school diploma, and currently the library is supporting 50 additional adults working to complete the program. Career Online High School is offered at no cost, thanks to our wonderful partner, California State Library and the San Jose City Council, who have provided funding scholarships over the years. We're also grateful for the commitment and motivation of our college and career pathway staff who guide our students as they complete the program. If you're interested in learning more about Career Online High School, visit sjpl.org/COHS. I don't have my glasses either, I'm sorry. SJPL will be representing at the Silicon Valley Pride Parade 2024. San Jose Library will be participating in this year's parade on Sunday, August 25th. Library staff will be marching in the parade along with other city departments down Market Street and distributing SJPL Pride swag and books to spectators. We will also be hosting drag story times and performances as well as family-friendly activities at the festival after the parade. So please come visit our booth, and you're all welcome to join us in the parade if you would like.
we can provide more information, on that at well, this is general information, svpride.com. If you want specific information, please contact us. And that concludes the director's reports. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you very much. So next on our agenda are announcements and meetings attended by commissioners. As commissioners, do we have any announcements from any of our commissioners? Yep. I recognize, oh yes, the mic.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I attended the open library event at the African American Community Services Agency on 6th Street. They basically brought in a local author that wrote a children's book and had that author do a read aloud, advertised out to the community, and saw families sitting down enjoying a book with their kids. Kids were able to ask questions to the author about the book and just being an author in general. And I really appreciated that after that, you could hang around and you could decorate and create your own bookmark. Kids were able to check out books from their library there at the agency. So great event, and I'm totally looking forward to attending others that they have lined up in the future.
Thank you, Commissioner Baker. Anyone else with announcements or information meetings that they've attended? Great. Item 10 on our agenda is information and upcoming opportunities. If any commissioners or staff would like to share any upcoming participation opportunities or events, now is the time. I, of course, will reiterate my plug for Yam Can Cook. That's so much fun, just think. Okay, great. Item number 11 is items for future commission meeting agenda. If any commissioners have any requests that they would like to add on a future agenda, I may do so now. Not covered in the work. Yes, absolutely, Commissioner Baker.
Don't know if this is the appropriate way, of course, my first time, everybody. Eventually, with the programs that we've had to close, as we had through the presentation, I would love to know a little bit more about the data, about the folks who attended the Makerspace or the 7,200 hotspots. Like, who were those folks? Where were they? Just an itch that was scratching on me, and I don't know if that's something we can add to the agenda to get that information, but I would love to dive deeper into that data. If it's available.
I think it's noted. The deputy director is flanking me on both sides, are nodding, so I assume that can happen. And I'm sure we can find somewhere on the work plan to include that information. Fantastic. Well, our next commission meeting will be September 18th at the Biblioteca Latino Americana Library. Same time, same station. And I will adjourn this meeting at 7:40 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
That was rough. And there wasn't like anything on the agenda. You did.
Let's hope we have more on next week for our next month.
That was really stressful. I was like, oh, where am I looking at here?
Yeah, I'll get it down 10.